All right, so one of the exercises that I also like to do is called the approach jump. This is great if you've got basketball players, volleyball players. Really, it's great for any athlete because it's going to be an advanced showing and display of coordination, skill, using all of the force, all of the speed that they can generate in all of their other lifts, all of their other exercises, and coordinating that into an even more athletic movement, okay? So how the approach jump works is they're gonna use a short run up. That run up for me, I'm gonna leave up to the athlete. As your athletes generally get more athletic and especially more comfortable with the movement, they're gonna use a longer and longer runway. But a lot of your athletes, it might just be a couple steps. It might just basically be 1, 2, 3, looking to try and get at least. I don't know if these guys today, what their techniques are gonna look like. I don't have any of my volleyball players here. Volleyball players are usually really good at this. Long jumpers, high jumpers, usually really good and look really natural doing this. So we'll see what these guys look like. But usually it's gonna be a long penultimate step, that step right before the jump. We'll gather with a second foot and go up. So we're trying to transfer that horizontal momentum and speed into vertical. The more athletic, the more coordinated they are, as they develop, they're gonna be able to figure out how to get more steps and more speed into the equation. All right, so first DJ's gonna go. DJ's a former football player, former basketball player. He can dunk, so let's see what he's got. All right, 35.4. So he's already getting an extra 2.5, 3 inches by adding that little run up, all right? Adam's gonna go next. Adam's a former baseball player. They don't really do a whole lot of approaches in baseball, but let's see what he's got. 32.1, all right. So not quite the same technique. This is a newer exercise for him, but let's see. And now Titus will come up, former football player. 37.6. So not the most efficient form coming in, but you see he's able to take a little bit of that speed, a little bit of that momentum, redirect it, and again gets another 2.5, 3 inches on top. All right, so let's see. DJ, back up again. 34.8. So you see his left foot got out there a little ahead of the right. He's got that big step. That's going to help him to build momentum, break, and redirect and plant and go up. Right? Let's see it, Adam. 32.2. All right? So you see the difference between the two. Adam's still trying to get a bigger step and come forward, even it up there. Let's see it, Titus. 38.7. So really getting up, and still a lot that technically he could easily clean up there. So if he figures it out, we might see a 40. 36.5, there we go. So DJ's, again, continuing to add a little bit. All right, 31.0. So you see, especially with Adam there, on approach jumps, the athletes generally, they cover a much larger area. So you can do approaches and get away with them just fine, usually with 2. With 1, it's a lot more difficult. So if you work with, say, a lot of volleyball players, or if you are a volleyball player, a basketball player yourself, something where an approach is going to be more sport specific, you're probably going to want to look at getting a second unit. For me, in my situation with OVR, I'm really spoiled. So when we do approaches, I like to use 3 units. If I had someone who could jump high enough, or maybe if I was working with a big group of volleyball players who are really going to, do that slide that the outside hitters do, maybe I'd even throw on a 4th, just to, just because. Let's see it. One last one. Get up there. 37.7. All right. So that's the approach jump.